So in this tutorial, we're going to learn how to create this effect in the background with the radial gradient. And we're also going to learn how to add text and then how to manipulate our text and change it as we go. So let's start by creating a new document. Clicking on New. We're going to make it a photo, 8 by 10. We can just call it text. So with your new document, we're going to create a gradient on our background. And if you look at the two colors below, the color on top is going to be, I'll show you here, when you use your gradient tool. So I have red and black chosen. So the color on top is going to be the center of my gradient, and the color on the bottom is going to be the outside. So I'm just going to undo that. In order to change your color, click on it, and then you're able to choose anywhere whatever color you would like. Click OK. I think I'm going to leave mine black. So then we're going to use the gradient tool. And you want to make sure at the top you have the one that looks like the box with a circle inside it selected. So you're going to click on the middle of your image and draw a line towards the outside. And when you let go, now you'll actually be able to see your gradient. So next we're going to add some text by clicking on your text tool. I'm going to click in the middle of my image and add some text. Now we can't see my text because if I look at the top, it is set to blue. So if I click on the color, I'm able to choose what color I would like my text in and change it accordingly. Other options at the top, I'm able to change the size. And if I hover over top, I'll be able to move it. I'm going to make it a little smaller. Can also look at the font that I would like. And as you scroll over top, the fonts will change for you. And you can also make it italic. You can make it bold. And change your different effects. Probably will remind you how Microsoft Word works. Other features, we can center it. We can warp the text, so make it into different shapes. I'm going to leave mine just centered. So next, while you're on the text layer, you're going to right click, or if your right click isn't enabled on your mouse, you double click in the middle and you're going to click on blending options. So with the blending options, we have a number of different choices that we can experiment with. If we look at the first one, the bevel and emboss, you can experiment with any of these different features. It'll show you down in the bottom corner how the feature works and what it's going to look like. So feel free to experiment with the different options there. You can also change the opacity. If we look at the stroke and the structure, you can see what that adjustment looks like. the inner shadow. And how that feature appears. So as you progress through our different text options, you can experiment with any of the different settings, and then if you want to change your text back, if you're not happy with that, simply by unclicking, it will go back to the original. Another option we always have if we've gone too far is to click on our edit and undo or step backwards so we can go out of it. So our aim in this tutorial is to create text and to change the style of your text. You can certainly have more than one line of text. It can be throughout. You can use some of our tools like we looked at before to put it in an arch or to make the adjustments. Fisheye is kind of an interesting effect as well. But our one main goal with the text, besides making our different adjustments, is to make sure we're still able to actually read our text when we're finished. So when you are finished, we are going to save it. And we remember we are saving it as a JPEG and then putting it in the Dropbox.